Sweens, I get it. I get it. Your job's on the line. You're nervous. But look, I think we really need to change the way we're looking at this team and this year. It's pretty simple. We're 7-2-0 under Sacco. Everything's improving across the board other than the power play. I mean, well, this is not a deadline seller. That's not how this works. We keep winning. We deserve some more help brought in. We're a deadline buyer. I'm telling you, you got to start preparing. Yes, we are a good team. Now, how do I know we're good? Come on, man. Seriously, we're getting better every single game. We're ready. We're ready for the big dogs. We're ready to compete against. Yeah, no, I'm still here. We're ready to compete against the best teams in the league. Oh, hold on one second. Are you sure? I'm sure. Okay, maybe we're not buyers, but do your research, because if we keep winning, maybe we'll be on the same level of these. I can feel you shaking your head behind me. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That not a dub. Not a dub. That's a little bit humbling and very expected. I we knew, we talked a lot about how 7-2-0 in the Sacco era, but we haven't played a playoff team yet, or anyone even really close to that. This was always a very real possibility. It's why we put so many asterisks on so many things leading up to it. I am proud of some of us for enjoying the wins when we could have them. But before we talk about the very real possibility that this is the 17th best team in the league, a terrifying thought, I want to talk about other sad things. What an absolute ass kicking that was. And going into this game, it was kind of funny for me because I was very much get outplayed, right? Get out skilled, get out hit, get out structured, out whatever. Get outplayed. You're gonna get outplayed. That was my assumption going in. You're gonna face a better team here. One that we largely consider to be a better team. Get outplayed. Don't get outworked. Like, don't do that. Don't do what you were doing the first month where you simply got outworked. You weren't good enough. You also weren't trying hard enough. I honestly can't tell with this one. Now, look, you can look at the score and you can like have ease that the goals went in and everything and be like, they got outworked. Absolutely, they got outworked. There was a lot of board battles, a lot of fights, a lot of grit. It didn't win a hockey game, didn't even come close to that, but I don't know. It just didn't feel the same as the other unbelievable blowouts earlier in the season. It felt like there was more effort until it got out of hand completely, and then it was like, okay, well, we're gonna finish this and get out of here. So there's that. I'm so bummed. I was really enjoying the improvement of our rankings across certain categories game by game. Not our power play, which stayed 32nd for the past 2 weeks, but like our penalty kill was up to the late teens, early 20s. Our goals allowed per game, the same, like late teens. I actually might have been mid-teens at this point, but huge improvements at the beginning of the season. Even our goals scored per game, which was dead last a few weeks ago, it's like 27th, 26th now. Just things that were bad, and they're just slightly improving over time. And it's just a fun little feeling, right? Like, it's enjoyable. And now it doesn't exist because most of that's going to go back the other way. Our penalty kill took a huge hit. Our goals allowed per game took a huge hit. Swayman. We'll talk about Swayman. Don't worry, we're gonna have a Swayman conversation. But it's just a bummer. It's a huge bummer to me because I was enjoying that, and now I gotta watch it go back the other way. This game was gross. I can't believe I have to talk about it now. I'm gonna be real with you too. The second half of the third period, I'm watching, but I'm watching. I'm doing my best here. Boy, does your brain just kind of go, brother, we need to shut this off, or we're going to prevent you from seeing it. Something. I don't know. Let's talk about this Jets team a little bit. They have the third best power play in the league, 20th ranked penalty kill, 5th best offense, and 3rd best defense. You think about the Jets, you think about Connor Hellebuck. 3 shutouts, a .925 save percentage, 2.14 goals allowed per game, and a 17-5 record. He is the clear Vezina frontrunner and deserves all the hype. Currently, the Jets have the 6th fewest goals allowed per game, but Natural Stat Tricks model shows them as the 20th ranked team for expected goals allowed at 5-on-5. 26th in high danger chances allowed at 5-on-5. So Hellebuck really is putting in the work. That hype is well deserved. The guy's making a big difference and painting over some issues with a semi-average defense. Offensively, on the other hand, the offense that ranks 5th in the league in goals scored per game, the analytics tell the story of a below-average team there as well, ranking 20th once again in expected goals for per game at 5-on-5. Here's the thing. None of that actually matters because goaltending is part of the team. I hate when people are like, well, yeah, the great goaltender is painting over these issues. Yeah, they're a player on the team. That's their purpose, is to paint over those issues. And there's no reason to believe that Hellebuck can't continue to be excellent. He's excellent. He's consistently excellent. There's 5-on-5 analytics that say, hey, the team's not quite as good as their numbers show, blah, 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 blah. There might be some regression coming. But on the power play, the analytics still say they're way overperforming. They should average around 7.1, 7.2 goals scored per 60 minutes on the power play. And right now they're averaging above 11, which is certainly a pretty big difference. But again, this is the power play. And those numbers aren't always going to accurately reflect when you have high talent like Kyle Connor or Mark Scheifele or Josh Morrissey that are finishing these chances at a higher clip than the average player would. What I'm trying to say here is there are some stats that point to this being somewhat smoke and mirrors, but also plenty of stats that go, okay, not really though. They're very good. They're going to have their ups and downs like any hockey team. There's no reason not to think that the Jets are great. This is coming from a guy in the offseason who thought the Jets were going to take a massive step back this year. I'm dumb. What do you want from me? So I'm poking holes, but none of the holes are all that big. They have hit just a little bit of a slump, winning 4 of their last 10, but this happens through an 82-game regular season. I'm really not worried about them, and I'm sure they're not blinking either. I'm sure they're just fine. Ehlers is going to miss this one. He is out with an ankle injury. He's been out for just a little while now. For the Boston Bruins, our lineups go as such. We have Geeky, Zucker, Pasternak, Marchand, Lindholm, Brazeau, Frederick, Coyle, Kostelic, Kepke, Beecher, McLaughlin, Osterley, Max, Zadorov, Carlo, Lohrei, Peak. Pretty surprised that McLaughlin's holding on to that spot. This team really needs a jolt of skill. It really does. I really wish they'd try somebody else coming up that could facilitate anything with the puck. Just tough to watch sometimes. Let's talk about this game, shall we? Puck drops, and 25 seconds in, Frederick is going to go for interference to the penalty kill. Again, the Jets' strongest part of their team is the power play. Why are we doing this right away? We kill it. It's fine. 8 minutes in, a rush by the fourth line leads to a cross-slot pass to McLaughlin, who has a wide open net. Pass is a little tight to the skate, so all he manages to do is smack the puck directly to Hellebuck, who's, off to the side. So the save is made, even though they just shot it right into him. And then he whiffs on the rebound that comes out to the slot and just sits there for him. That was really tough to watch. And then a minute and a half later, Carlo is going to go for a high-sticking double minor. I don't like the idea when they talk about how this really changed the game. It changed the game. Of course it changed the game. This is a big part of the game. You're 10 minutes into the game. You don't get to walk out of that game and be like, oh, yeah, but 10 minutes in. All right, what about the other 46 minutes after that penalty ended? What about that? We're going to go on the penalty kill. With 21 seconds left of the first penalty kill, the Jets set up, which is they've basically been set up the entire time. We had horrible time trying to clear the puck against this team tonight. And it's a shot from the high slot that goes off the back wall, bounces into the right side of the slot, where it bounces off of Niederreiter's knee to the left post, where it just sits waiting for Nemesnikov to smack it in the net. 1-0 power play goal. That's a lot of luck. That's a really great bounce for them. Whatever. We kill the second power play for them, the second penalty kill from the double minor, and we move on. 1:59 left of the period. It feels like that early game control that I didn't even really mention, but the Bruins were kind of buzzing the first 5 or 6 minutes, really all over them before that double minor. So yeah, it changed things. But that early push by the Bruins feels like it's years away with 2 minutes left of the period. Lohrei and Peak plan the blue line softly, allow Velarde to just walk in. And Pasta comes from behind and almost strips him, but he does enough to bother him where the puck gets pushed forward to Lohrei. And Lohrei, rather than just smack the crap out of this thing and get it out of danger, tries to settle it, fumbles with it for a second. Velarde comes in. They harass each other till one of them wins the puck battle. Velarde's going to be the winner of that. He's going to punch it down to Connor, who's to the left side of Swayman, just right on the goal line there. And Lohrei and Peak, zero communication. They both just stand there in a perfect line, both staring at Connor. Neither one of them backing up to cover the slot or making a decision anywhere. They're just frozen by this man, staring at him, with a moment to, do something. They don't attack him. They don't back up. Nothing. So what happens? They freeze, and then Scheifele, walking right down Main Street, is going to receive that pass from Connor, and he's going to get a free chance to beat Swayman. It's 2-0. Another late period goal. I know it's 2 minutes left, but still late period. It hurts. We're going into the second period down 2 goals. This is a team that I did not think we could come back against with being down multiple goals. I still feel very secure in that opinion. 4:30 into the second, Brazeau is going to get a shot on net. I pointed out because it was our first shot on net in over 13 minutes of playtime. It's been a tough night. 4:49 in, Niederreiter is going to go for slashing. We go to the power play. 1:11 left of a really good power play. Pastrnak high sticks Stanley. He stick lifts him, and Stanley hits himself in his face with his own stick. They're going to call it, though, and it's 4v4 for 1:11, and then a penalty kill directly after that. It's a really bad call, but it is what it is. And once the 4v4 expires, the Jets on a shortened power play, and the Jets are set up, and Morrissey with the puck on the right circle sees Zadorov and Carlo getting set on either side of the net. I think they were still trying to figure out their positioning as the power play started for the Jets. Either way, Morrissey's going to see that, and he's going to see Scheifele just skating into the zone from that left side into the left circle. He's going to pass it to him, who's going to hammer this, one-time it on net. It's 3-0. Carlo's not picking up the body. That was his side. He should have been more aware of that play. Carlo was awful tonight. He was really, really bad. Very soft defensively. All of them were, but no physical contact whatsoever. A ton of these goals scored by the Jets were simply walking around in high danger areas, and no one took a body. They just allowed them to be there. 11:34 left. Pionk is going to go for slashing. We're going to go power play. Been a long time since we've seen this because it's our only threat on the power play, and they just force the puck to him all the time. The thing is that we never really see, the long time since we've seen it, is this play work. We're set up in the zone, a pass to Pastrnak in his office, who hammers, unleashes, sniper-rooning cheese, top glove side on Hellebuck. It's 3-1. Power play goal. Can we, going into the third period, down by 2 goals, it's 3-1 going into the third period, can we build something off of this? Something. Make this a game that you can sit there and go, we lost to a better team, that's fine, but a real game. Can we do it? 1:15 in the third period, where the Bruins just need to play some tight, strong hockey and get a chance. You're going to get your chances, just play really good defense. 1:15 in. The Bruins are breaking the puck out. Zadorov passes up to Marchand, who's on the left point of our defensive zone, who looks to just try to deflect this forward so we can continue the breakout. It's a weak deflection, allowing Scheifele to jump on the puck, keeping it in the zone, meaning Kyle Connor is already in the zone, gets to stay there and stay on sides. He's going to skate down the right wall while Connor moves into the slot. Carlo is in the slot. He's in that zone. He's in the slot. He is the closest body to Connor. And rather than tie him up, anything physical, get in his way, whatever. Nope, he just continues to skate back and be on the blocker side of Swayman, couple feet in front of him. This allows Scheifele just to whip the puck to Connor, who again, basically alone in the slot, gets to hammer this blocker side, and right there, it's a 3-goal lead again. It's 4-1. And that's the game. This team is not built to score 3 goals in a period, certainly. Not consistently, and not against a good defensive team. Just So dumb. So dumb that they're playing this loose, this off the body against this team. This was a game that you walked into and you had to have perfect details to give yourself a chance. And instead, you just showed up with all of the same issues, all of the same things that bothered us that got a coach fired. All of those bad habits resurfaced immediately. Is it because a good team just showed it to us again? Or is there something else going on? Probably the good team thing. But it was frustrating to be like, even though we were playing bad teams, we were physically present. We were. And in this, not at all. At all. 5:33 in transition offense for the Jets again. This is just an odd man rush, where Velarde gets to skate behind a moving pick that ties Lorai up. This is a very legal play. He's skating down the right side into that right circle on the inside top corner of the right circle, and he just wrist shots. This is just a wrist shot, low glove. Or low blocker. Sorry, low blocker. No reason Swayman shouldn't get this one. No reason Swayman shouldn't get this one. 5-1. 5:46 in. McAvoy goes for check into the head on Perfetti. We're going to go to the penalty kill. The Jets get set up after Zadorov failed clearance. Blast from the inside of the left point. It gets deflected off of Iafallo and past Swayman at 6-1 on another power play goal. Off the ensuing face-off at center ice, Frederick and Gustafsson are going to fight. Frederick one-punches him, just knocks him right down with one hit. Love to see it. And then during the same stoppage, Kostelic is going to go against Stanley. And Kostelic is going to throw until Stanley finally buckles to his knees. Both of them will get a misconduct for fighting the second time on the same whistle. That is a game misconduct for them. Or I think it's a 10-minute misconduct, but that's the game for them. And then on the ensuing face-off after that, Zadorov and Lowry decide to go, both with huge swinging haymakers, neither one really connecting before they lose their balance and fall over together. Probably would have expected a better fight there, but didn't get one. 11:18 left. McAvoy for interference. We're going to go to the penalty kill. This game's already over, but they're going to keep taking penalties. 3:44 left. Sorry, we killed that. 3:44 left. What looks like more of a centering attempt. Maybe it was a shot. I don't know. But Appleton is along our goal line, the far side of our goal line, and he just throws it at the net, and it somehow squeaks through Swayman and in. 7-1. Ugly. And then 10 seconds later, Peak manages to turn the puck over behind our goal line, shoots it into the one guy that's trying to come after him. Peak's been having a brutal couple of games here, honestly. Even with the wins, Peak's been really rough. It's going to deflect to Chibrikov, who's going to get his first goal, and I believe his first NHL start. He's going to hammer this far side on Swayman, and he's alone in the slot for it. And it's 8-1. Let's talk about this game. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. Discord, link below. I'll put a new link below if you didn't get it last time, because the link keeps breaking. Game notes. Look. Not to be that guy. This was expected. Not this. And I was very hopeful for a different result, but you were expected to struggle against a good team. I would really, really hate to be the team that if you're facing another non-playoff team, you're better than, and you can win those games. And you're facing a playoff team, and you simply are not going to win any of those games. Do you know what that makes you? That makes you the 17th best team in the league. That's a real problem because your draft pick sucks and you're stuck in the mushy middle. You have no hope of getting immediately better. It's a tough road. I don't think we're there yet, but it is a little scary to think that we are the 17th best team in the league. Not something you really want. Something I'm very concerned about. Other game notes. Swayman. Let's talk about Swayman. Now, before we get to Swayman, Elias Lindholm line, the Marchand, Lindholm, Brazeau line actually played really well for the most part. Every other line basically sucked. There was a third line moment or two, but not good. And the defensive pairings were a mess all night. Way too soft. Way too soft of coverage. No one's getting met at the blue line. There's no coverage in the danger areas. There's no physicality in the danger areas. Just not good enough across the board. That being said, Jeremy Swayman gets paid $8.5 million. It's a lot of money. Or 8.25. I don't even remember what the contract is. Over $8 million. there were a bunch of saves in this game that truly, a bunch of shots that truly weren't going to get saved, right? Any goalie would be lucky to get them. A bunch of those. There's also at least 2 goals that he absolutely should have had. The game was over by the time these went in, but really should have had these. And not for nothing, not to be that guy once again, but can my $8 million goalie make a big save? Right? Like, I feel shitty saying that, but dude, I'm not asking you to steal this game where the other team put up 8, right? But I am asking for, like, a big save. A save that the average goaltender wouldn't make. You didn't get paid that because you're so consistent with the low danger stuff, which clearly you're not right now anyway, but that's not why you got paid that. You get paid that because consistently good goaltending and also makes a big save. Where are the big saves? This feels ridiculous, but we need some of them. You got to make a few of them because that's what you're paid for. Like, you're a very expensive goaltender. What is going on with this guy? We'll see. We'll see moving forward. I'm sure I'll have more to say about it when I can think straighter, not after an 8-1 thrashing. What a bummer. What a bummer, dude. What a bummer. I got nothing else to say. Go Bees. Go Bees! And now it's time to say thank you to the high-quality inspectors. I appreciate each and every one of you. There's over 100 of you at this point. And I love doing these thank yous at the end, but I think we're reaching such a volume that I have to rethink this strategy because you're all so incredible and so supportive. But this is getting really long, and there's got to be a better way, right? But let's start the thank yous, of course, with the top line tier. Dampen, Negev79, Trial Exotic, Jeff McGugan, Brad Yaati, Andrew Peterson, Zenon Noel DeGuy, Donald Shelton, Anakin Palpatine, The Rat 63, Lola Cattingsworth, EKM Productions, Moonlighter TV, Big Bad Bruin, The Bugman, Adam Ella, Jeff with a G, Tommy Braga, Roland 22, GD Viperworks, Len Cruz, Brock Nope, Han Slomo, Coach D, The Atomic Lizard, Bradley Johnson, Brett Arney, Pincent, and Nick Zatrullo. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. You're absolute legends of this channel, and you're very appreciated. And now, of course, to our all-star tier members. Lorenzo Wood, Jake Brower, Penny Pasta, Levi Catalani, Boston Stringler, Bagel, Jacob Pratt, Nightmare Eco, John Kirk, Ann Hustis, Joel, Hyle E. Coyote, Darren Woodbury, Abraxion, Michael DePaulo, Wolf Warrior, Vinny, Adrian Winter, Tupton D. Tashi, Bruin Smash, DeKingery, The Only Newts, A Tasty Snack, Doots42, and Jeremy. Absolute stallions, every single one. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being a part of the channel. I cannot express my gratitude. Go Bees.